Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. All right, we got this from Eleanor Turret. Two big pieces of TradFi meets crypto news. So this coming out yesterday, the New York Stock Exchange's parent company, ICE Markets, is taking a $2 billion stake in Polymarket. Very interesting, valuing the prediction market at around $9 billion. We've also got the S&P Jones indices. The firm behind the S&P 500 is set to launch S&P Digital Market 50, a brand new index combining 15 cryptocurrencies and 35 crypto-related stocks. So guys, this is the latest news, and Digital Assets Daily also did comment on this, retweeting out Watcher Guru's tweet. We are now seeing Wall Street giant S&P 500 getting into the game. They just launched a top 50 crypto index. So what happens next? Well, here's what we know so far, okay? S&P Global, the company behind the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, just launched their first hybrid benchmark combining cryptocurrencies and crypto-like equities, a move that shows another step in Wall Street's gradual embrace of digital assets. The new benchmark, called the S&P Digital Markets 50 Index, will track 50 major components across the crypto economy, including 35 publicly traded companies tied to blockchain and digital asset operations, and 15 cryptocurrencies selected from the existing S&P Cryptocurrency Broad Digital Market Index. The index is designed to give investors a single metric to measure performance across both sides of the crypto ecosystem, traditional equity markets, and decentralized networks. According to the announcement, the index was developed in collaboration with Denari, a US-based tokenization firm that provides on-chain access to public securities. And so Denari has created a token vision of the benchmark of its D-Shares platform, allowing investors to gain exposure to the index directly via blockchain. So essentially just giving you a tool, giving traditional investors a tool to get exposure to cryptocurrencies and blockchain tech. Cryptocurrencies and the broader digital asset industry have moved from the margins into a more established role in global markets. This is what they're saying now. Our expanded index suite gives market participants consistent rule-based tools to evaluate and gain exposure. If you've been in the crypto market, this probably doesn't surprise you and maybe doesn't even interest you. I guess the most interesting thing about this is that the institutions can now get exposure to crypto, guys, and this is what's really going to get, Bitcoin prices up, altcoin prices up as an extension. Bitcoin has slowly found its footing. We did find some support down and around here, around $120,000 support that we are now testing from back on Thursday, October the 2nd. Now Bitcoin is moving back up. We did reach a high up here, new all-time high for Bitcoin, guys, over $126,000 per coin. So that is the most recent high, 126,200. Bitcoin is now climbing back up. It is likely going to affect altcoins, but guys, we're still trading in a spec market. When the institutions come in, that's a whole new ballgame. For more information on where I see this market going in the short, medium, and long term, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month. Guys, cheaper than most people spend on coffee every single day. So check it out if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm doing. I'm opening up my portfolio, keeping it completely transparent, and showing you guys exactly what me, Working Money Channel, is doing for this particular bull run. So check it out if that is something you're interested in. You got to subscribe, though, and stay subscribed to lock into that $5 subscription price. Anyway, I just want to keep moving along here with Chad Steingraber and the S&P Dow Jones Crypto Market Index, giving you some more details on this. So top 10 constituents by index weight include, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. We still don't have the weighted average for these yet, but Binance Coin is also going to be part of this, Solana, Tron, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, and Hyperliquid. So that is what's going to constitute the S&P Dow Jones indices. Very interesting news there. Wanted to thank Eleanor Turret, of course. Wanted to thank Digital Assets Daily and Chad Steingraber for posting that. We also just recently got some interesting news from BBVA, seemingly out of the blue, Crypto Insight UK mentioning this. It is interesting that BBVA did just randomly, it feels like it's kind of random, thanking Hernan at BBVA to continue to explore and apply technologies like blockchain to make international payments faster, safer, and more efficient. Innovating for our customers has always been and continues to be part of our DNA. So retweeting out this tweet here, the original press release, guys, was from 2017. If you guys see it in there, 2017, BBVA completes first real-time international money transfer between Europe and Mexico using Ripple. So using Ripple's new distributed ledger technology. At that time, it was new. This was a big deal for them at the time. The transaction running on BBVA infrastructures with real money successfully completed transfers between Spain and Mexico in a matter of seconds. And so for whatever reason, they're commenting on this. In 2017, BBVA carried out the first real-time Transfer went down to seconds. Today, looking back, we understand what it meant. Okay, so looking back, they're seeing banking was already testing real blockchain in payments. Ripple aligned with the standards that are now mandatory, which are the ISO 20022 standards, and it anticipated the global migration that we will see consolidating in 2025. History leaves traces of what is yet to come. What are they saying? Are they hinting at, well, the fact that something big is going to be coming in the near future? I mean, a lot of these companies were under NDAs for a long period of time, and I have a feeling we're likely going to hear more from these companies in the near future. So I wanted to thank Crypto Insight UK for posting that. Another oldie but a goodie that I wanted to remind you guys about, BNY Mellon classifies Ripple and Stellar as special blockchain infrastructure protocols. So BNY Mellon, that just recently came out saying that they are going to be testing Ripple technology in a live proof concept. Did back in the day did mention that Ripple and Stellar, if you guys look down here, are considered special blockchain infrastructure protocols, and these are the only two companies that are listed in this category. Okay, documented here from Smoke. BNY Mellon has already tested Ripple's technology in a live proof of work concept. They will use XRP. What we don't know is when they will start. What I do know is when they announce the opportunity will disappear. XRP is a finance infrastructure. So here is some more documentation. The Ripple proof of concept test environment experimentation with Ripple Connect software and Ripple Ledger Network. You guys can see that in there, the POC, and it gives you guys some more details here. Ripple Connect software, the Ledger Network, modeling a cross-border low-value payment use case, and the potential benefits to confirm via POC, greater straight-through processing via upfront quoting process, expedited payment settlements, it's near real time, right? Lower processing costs, which is important for, I'm sure, a lot of these customers, and improved payment status transparency and real-time liquidity monitoring. Certainty at the end with regards to fees from clients, but also, we've heard horror stories about how Swift can lose people's cross-border transfers. And so with, an immutable blockchain where every transaction can be seen, that's not going to happen. So just going back to this, right, with regards to BNY, the long-standing relationship with Ripple does matter because we also got news of this BNY Mellon weighing tokenized deposits to address legacy payment constraints. The Bank of New York Mellon, the world's largest custodian by assets under custody, has been assessing tokenized deposits that would allow clients to make payments over blockchain rails as financial intermediaries foray into on-chain settlement. So Karl Slabicki, executive platform owner for treasury services at the bank, said the move is part of a broader modernization push across real-time instant and cross-border payments. Tokenized deposits are bank-issued, so transferable digital coins that represent a claim of commercial bank money. And BNY's treasury services unit processes roughly $2.5 trillion in payments a day. Guys, they oversee about $55.8 trillion in assets under custody and or administration, and now they're going to be able to transfer this nearly instantly. They operate 24/7, of course. The effort lands amid a wave of token deposit pilots by global banks. JP Morgan launched a proof of concept. HSBC also talked about this, right? And now, of course, there's Swift. Messaging network Swift has also been building a blockchain-based shared ledger-type protocol for real-time payments. Kind of a joke. BNY has been active on digital asset infrastructure this year. In July, it did partner with Goldman Sachs to maintain tokenized records of money, market fund ownership. The step was aimed at improving collateral mobility and settlement. And so today's news regarding the exploration of tokenized deposits points to a complementary path where on-chain cash can move alongside tokenized assets. While timelines were not disclosed, Slabicki suggested tokenized deposits could help banks overcome legacy technology constraints. This is exactly where banks are seeing the problem. And, if their competitors are jumping on board, they have to follow suit, even though a lot of these banks do make money off the friction of poorly conducted cross-border payments. First within their own ecosystem and eventually across the broader market as standards mature. So this is the latest, guys, from BNY Mellon, just released yesterday. If you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it, so wanted to thank Chad Steingraber again just for pointing that out. And then the fact that, BNY Mellon and Ripple have been partners. And, the fact that they're talking about these stablecoin cross-border solutions, it's only a matter of time before the RLUSD really does scale up. So great news there. Saul here also commenting on something that Bob Way just recently said. Okay, Bob Way was one of the original employees over there at Ripple way back when all the information was given to us on a silver platter. Remember this, okay? Do you remember when Woberly posted this? So when does XRP fly, Bob, and realize your vision and hopes from years ago? Bob Way says the RLUSD and Ripple's banking license application is key to new value creation. So the banking license application, which we've talked about quite a bit here, I'm going to link one of the original videos I did on that up here. The lawsuit finality is key to smoothing that process. I'm very bullish over the next 12 months. So Bob Way saying he's bullish. This was just back from a couple of months ago, from August 2025. So guys, the next 12 months, now we're 10 months away from that timeline when you start to see Ripple talking about banking licenses and stablecoin creation in non-US countries. It will quickly become clear how the plan comes together. Nietzschebucks here saying, as in Ripple will become a global bank with banking licenses in most major countries, with RL stablecoin in most major countries, and it's all going to run through the XRP ledger as the super global neobank, he asks as a question. And Bob Way says yes, almost spot on. The reason Ripple needs to become a bank is because existing banks have and are and have been too cautious to bank XRPL-based businesses. This is an analogous problem to legal cannabis businesses' inability to find banking. So guys, the major banking license, again, this is going to be a major step as we're seeing maturity in the crypto space, as we're seeing, more major banks here tokenizing deposits to address legacy payment constraints. We're going to see XRPL utility ramp up, meaning the stablecoin payments are going to ramp up, which means, guys, essentially more demand for the native cryptocurrency on the XRP ledger, that being XRP. So are you hodling enough? Well, that's a really good question, guys. I'm sharing my targets over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for only $5 a month, less than most people spend on coffee every single day. Check it out if you're interested, but you got to subscribe and stay subscribed if you want to lock into that $5 subscription price. Maybe merch is your thing. If you want to swing by the Working Money Channel merch store, I got all kinds of interesting merchandise for you guys. Check it out. Link is in the description of the video. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.